Alright, y'all.
Cop stoppers.
So we just seen a conversation on the Book of Faces, right? And there was a young lady asking. She was polling women. She was like, "Ladies dating a younger man? Yes, no, maybe so." Right? Now, mind you, in relation to my wife, I'm the younger man. So I said I win. So clearly, it can work, right?
Yes, I'm older than him.
It can work. But the thing is, most people, they generalize this information. So we just started talking and she hit me with one of them, "Why we ain't recording this?"
Because we have to share these type of conversations.
I be forgetting. It's just normal for us to have
It
conversations
is
like that.
normal.
So I didn't think to grab the phone. But I told y'all I was going to get another episode. Bow! But
This guy.
one of the things I was telling her, because we just got into the conversation, both of us have been on both sides of it, dating older and younger. I felt like the older the woman got, the more challenges arose because her mindset was, I know everything you don't, you're a baby. Like literally grown women calling me a baby because it's like you a few years older than me. It's like, no, I actually know a lot. In fact, I have siblings your age, probably 10, 15, 20 years older than you, all kind of stuff. So it's like my knowledge is just different. So
That's not respecting me at all either.
no.
Because now I'm just a toy to you.
Yep. That's what it was always
You
like.
just a baby. You just a baby. Okay,
That's
well,
what
leave
it
me
was
alone,
always
creep.
like. Hey, yo, hold on, this Gary. I had a little phone call. But yeah, it's like they didn't see me as me. All they saw was my age, which was actually a disadvantage to them because it's like I'm more mature than you and you spend your time talking about that I'm a baby. So if you older than me, what does that make you? I mean, you are extremely immature to still be even thinking in that regard because if you're, it's like if your age is going to limit me to I can only do this or I can only be that, that means you're not going to let me challenge you the way you're trying to challenge me.
Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
Yep.
Don't date me then,
Yep.
or don't date men that's younger than you, or
Yep.
women that's younger than you, because you're always going to see them as an object and not as a person, not as a potential partner, and that's what I face.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and I think you have to see people for who they are. I don't care what age you are, what your background is, because I know that I am a lot of things. I don't fit into many boxes, so I automatically have to give people the respect of let me figure out who you are first before I make any judgment on you, because I know that if I'm all these things, right, like now y'all seeing, we actors, we behind the camera, we, you know what I'm saying, trying to build all, it's no way to put us in a box. So I know that regardless of how old you are, matter of fact, I got what it is. I got a post that I just did. I'm gonna put it in here too. It is that wisdom, well, age does not equate to wisdom. Wisdom equates to wisdom, age equates to age. There is no direct correlation. We live in a world where people think because you're older that you're smarter, and that's not true. That's just not how it works. It's old fools too. So somebody's wisdom speaks for themselves. Somebody's age speaks for itself, but they're separate. They're separate. And when you...
I'm trying to figure out why this man got his drop top down.
Because he living his best life, he flexing.
And he got a hood on and a coat
Girl,
on.
I'm going to show y'all.
Like, why?
Bing! Ooh! And that 97 stain, boy.
Living his best life. I'm going to let you live your best life. Go ahead.
You got to. He out here living, you know what I'm saying?
Drop top.
It's sunny in his mind.
You got sunglasses?
What you thought? See? Let that man live. It's sunny in his world. But...
He wiping it off!
Hey, just let him live, man. He doing his thing.
He wiping the car down!
But you know what I'm saying? Like, in the regards of, is that Gary right there? I can't tell. But in regards to
Oh my God,
how it goes, you gotta the wisdom. I know if somebody's wise if they evaluate a person. I'm never gonna be like, oh, you just too young for this or you too old for this. That don't make sense.
I would never say that.
You gotta evaluate somebody.
And another thing too, we don't tell her that.
Yeah.
Anything you want to do, you can do it.
Yeah.
That's why as kids out here that's millionaires now, it's a kid on YouTube right now making bank every year.
Mm-hmm.
Because no one has limited him. No one has told
Yeah.
him like, oh, because you're young, you can't do this.
Right.
Or you're not smart enough. No one's going to listen to you. No one's going
Yeah.
to watch you. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. All right.
Go get a job and all that. That's how people do. You gotta get a job. And it's like,
Nope.
that means that you're still an old person that still does old things.
Very
You gotta
old
think
things.
differently. You gotta be willing to evolve. You gotta be willing to grow. And
Yeah.
kids, like, I respect all ages because kids will drop gems on you. And you'll be like, man, there's no way that they knew that on their own cerebrally. Like, that came from their soul. Like, that's just wisdom that just came from somewhere that's outside of just normal thoughts. And I know that because I used to do that. I used to give advice and I'm like, I don't even know how I'm giving this advice. I ain't never did this. But you just know, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just pour out. So it's like you got to remember that, especially when dating though. And I would say even past age, your type is probably trash for you. That's what I'm gonna say. Your type is probably
Elaborate.
trash for you. Every person that you've probably broken up with was your type. So every failed relationship, usually you're picking somebody that looks like you want them to look, falls into your boxes. Your type is probably not what you need.
Mm-hmm.
Legitimately. That's how it goes. She always teased me. She'd be like, you the lightest one I done dated.
I tease him all the time.
But, you know,
All the time I tease him about that.
I can't say what I want to say because the baby in the car. But, hey, you know. But I ain't gonna lie. She wasn't my type, so to speak. Now, I dated a lot of different types of women because I like a lot of different types of women. But it's like, you wouldn't have told me when we first met, like, that's going to be my wife. I wouldn't have thought that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not how I was moving. But it's like, it's not up to you to just go after what you want all the time. You have to think about what you need.
Yeah.
And I think that's what allows our relationship to flourish so much because she is everything that I wanted. But I would have never thought to look there. And that's usually how it works. And it could have been the same thing for her. Because in her mind, like she just said, she was dating older dudes typically. So it's like she dating older dudes.
But they had to be older.
Right.
Like, women walk around with this checklist. Like, he got to be at least 2 years
Yep.
older than me.
Yep.
He got to at least be over 6 feet. He
Yeah.
at least got to have a job or two.
Yeah.
And he got to make bank. He got to have his own car, all this, that, and the other. But it's like, but you don't realize, can you check off somebody else's list?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have everything that they want?
Yep. And
Maybe
even
not.
then,
Maybe not.
even then, that ain't got nothing to do with the things that matter.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? As we always say, the rules of engagement.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with how they respect you? What does that have to do with how they love you? What does that have to do with their loyalty? It has
How they
nothing
honor
to
you.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with any of those things.
None.
So it's like, you know that if everything that you want is based around the physical, you done already failed. Before y'all even get deep into that relationship, y'all done already because y'all in position where y'all basing things around stuff that's going to change. That person is going to get older. Their body shape may change. They are all the stuff that you physically drawn to is going to always be shifting. But the things that they are at their core, that should be what you're basing your decision around. Everything else can come and go. No
It
matter
will
what you
come and
start
go.
as, you know what I'm saying? That's it. At the end of the day, I'm going to get older, so she's going to be dating an older dude one day. Ooh, see how I just did that? I'm already getting my little grade, you know. Boy, that boy be salt and pepper soon. Really gonna be on him, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's just, that's the reality of it. I don't want you to spend your days basing your relationship around surface level things. You gotta grow deeper. Even just for her to ask that question, that lets me know that she's not necessarily going as deep into what she wants in a relationship. Because it shouldn't be, I want a person that's this age. It should be, I want somebody who loves me this way, respects me this way.
Meet me where I am.
Yeah,
and that shows a lot of people
way.
don't date themselves.
Yeah.
They don't spend time with themselves.
Yeah.
Or they think being with them by themselves or being single is lame, and it's like it's not. It's actually the best time of your life because you get to explore who you are, explore your likes, your dislikes. You get to do different things, meet new people.
Yeah.
Because when I was doing the play, when the audition came out, I saw it on Facebook. I saw the flyer for it, and my best friend Crystal, which she has a channel also, her husband, she sent me the flyer. She was like, "You're doing this," and I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do this." Like, "You're doing it," and and I was like, "Okay, fine, yes, ma'am." So, and I went to go do it, and up there at Harris Stowe University, and I went up there, did the audition. He was like, "Great job, great job, great job," and then we went out of town. Didn't hear anything back yet. Waited almost a month went by, and hit me up again. I gotta do the auditions over again. I want you to come back and do this specific person. All right, cool. Came back, did it again, and he was like, "Yeah, yep, yep. I want you for this part." So it was just more so I met a whole group of people that I never would have crossed paths with ever, and when I met them, we all just kind of meshed and became a family. I mean, even though the dynamic and like the whole theme of the play was breaking down the family dynamic, we in turn became one. And I think that's where a lot of people, they want more familial, connections. They want all these friends and besties, but it's like, you need some people that's going to be on your team. You need people that's going to really be rooting for you.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
And be by yourself for a minute. Be by yourself for a season.
Yeah.
I asked God, I said, Lord, I don't send not now other man to me. I don't want to be bothered with no more man. No more. No.
Yeah.
And
her favorite saying was throw the year away.
Throw the year away. I started off the year.
If only she would have threw 2018
before I met him.
away.
2018. I was like, throw the whole year away, bro. I started off with a breakup. I was done. I was like, Lord, don't send nobody else to me.
She was salty because she was dating an older dude. And then the young player pulled up on her like, let me show you how to do this, son. You know what I'm saying?
We broke up platonically.
Yeah, platonic my tail. I don't care how you broke up.
Anyway,
young player stepped
so
in.
my whole mantra for that year was throw the whole year away. So no matter what I was doing, I was just like, this year is still crap. I was experiencing my own 2020 before 2020 happened. So I was like, yeah, just throw the whole year away. I was done. I was over. I was like, whatever. So then, like, April, May rolls around. That's when I saw the flyer. And my best friend was like, you're doing it. You're doing it. Flat out. You're doing it. And I did it. I did it. And we're here. So spend time with yourself. Spend time. Love on you. That self-care where everybody keep promoting right now, that self-care stuff, it's not a bath.
Right.
Self-care is not a bath. It's not a detox bath.
It's soul work.
Self-care is getting down to the ugly parts of you, addressing those things that you have not tapped into, those things you suppressed. Remember those? Yeah, you got to address that. Because whatever you got going on in the shadows, it's going to come to the light eventually. And if you're going to be with somebody for the rest of your life, they're going to have to go through that same process with you. Yeah. And it's an ugly revelation. Yeah. I found out some ugly things about myself.
You got to grow. It's so...
You got to grow.
When you start to look at yourself differently, because this is the contrast that I always think about. Why is it that a woman assumes that you don't want to date younger people, but you expect a man to want to date a younger woman? So you're telling me that you're mature enough to handle an older person, but a younger man is not mature enough? It logically doesn't add up. And it's like, you got to get it, because if you got stereotypes and prejudices, that older man could be like, I'm not dealing with you. You probably a hothead. Ain't nobody taught you nothing. You probably that. And
or they on that sugar baby stuff.
Yeah, and it's like he will be well within his means to say, I don't date younger women because I don't think you mature enough for me, right? And what could she say?
If he said that,
that would be the exact same thing that you told to somebody. Yeah, you're gonna tell that to somebody else, and that's just how it goes. You got to think about the flip side of everything. Are you qualified? Like, because there's stuff I'm qualified for that I know I'm not necessarily in the age bracket for, and none of that. But I just go for it. I do my thing and figure it out. So sometimes you got to be willing to step outside your box. Sometimes you got to understand that box may be what's holding you in a box. If you keep dating the same type of people and keep getting the same type of results, it's probably because you're trapped inside a box that has nothing to do with what you need. So saying all that to say, regardless of age, regardless of background, regardless of skin color, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, height, any of that stuff, like weight, none of that stuff is what's going to keep a person with you.
Oh, that got
None
me.
of it matters.
That got me. So just
None
like
of
he was
it.
talking about, like, I wasn't his type and, like, he wasn't my type. Well, I'm going to tell that lie. But,
She wanted a big boy.
not even that. It was more so like I know I wanted a man that could handle all of me.
Show him the ring, babe.
What that?
I think I can handle it.
He can handle it. So, yeah. It's
I
not
think I can
sunny
do that.
outside, but normally it be like blah, 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 blah.
I think I can handle that.
But yeah, I mean, it's important.
And you don't know what somebody can't handle. That's the thing. You may just feel like, I need this because I think of this. And it's like, I work out, shawty. I work out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little, you know what I'm saying, a little bit stronger than I look. She ain't realize I was an athlete.
What?
She ain't
We're
realize
not
it.
gonna talk about that right now. Your daughter want a milkshake.
I'm not supporting that.
I got money.
I don't support lactose. This message is brought to you by Darius Marcel Higgins. Free your belly. I think I'm gonna end this video because I'm finna get weird. I can tell. But
No, keep going.
keep in mind, no, not
keep
on this
going.
one. Not on this. We're gonna keep it
We
short.
can cut it out.
But for real though, y'all, open y'all minds up when it comes to y'all significant others. You are missing out on a world of everything. It's a person out here, I guarantee you, that's for you that you would have never imagined is for you, and they have everything you want and everything you need. But you're probably not looking in the right spot because you got boxes. So eliminate your boxes.
Oh, you got boxes, huh?
Let your boxes go. That's all I got. Stay black.
Boxes.